Tristop and Pixel Andy semifinal number 2. The winner goes to the semifinals. Let's count them down. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Ready? Tetris. All right, there it is. All right, we're good. On the left side of your screen, it is Tristop. Wow, Tristop qualified in with a 1.63 million. That was good for number 2 among the qualifiers. He got a 2-round bye and is now here in the semifinals. He defeated Guafi in the round of 16, Eyeball in the round of 8, and is now here facing Pixel Andy in the top 4. Tristop from the United States of America. He's got an overall PB of 13.79 million. That was good for 4th coming into this tournament. He was ranked number 15th in the Premier poll coming into this tournament. He's the first player ever to get a 1.3 million with DAS. I remember when the overall, score world record was less than 1.3. He was the first player to get it with DAS. And there are now 11 players with DAS 1.3s. He was the 5th game crasher. This is Tristop's 5th appearance in the semifinals. His most recent appearance in the semifinals was in September of 2024. He's won a future circuit. He's been in CTWC Gold 5 times, finishing as high as the top 4, which was in 2024. He was the winner of multiple regional tournaments, including Montreal last year and Philly last year and WPL Columbus last year as well. And I don't know why my music stopped, but it did for a moment. You've seen him at regionals all over the place, including Boston and Detroit this year as well. He has been in the finals 3 times, but the last time was in 2021. So he's looking to make it into the finals for the first time in nearly 4 years. 277 for Tristop, 297 for Pixel Andy. And on the right side of your screen, it is Pixel Andy. He qualified into this tournament into seed number 11 with a 1.42 million. In virtue of his top 16 seeding, he got a 1-round bye in round 2. He defeated Chroma. Round 3, the top 16, he defeated Knight. In the top 8, he defeated Tugi and is now playing Tristop in this semifinal. Pixel Andy is a 4-time CTM Masters event winner. The most recent time when he won, it was August of 2023, so nearly 2 years. The most recent time he was in the finals was in Lone Star of 2020, or actually it was that August of 2023. And the most recent time where he finished second was Lone Star of 2023. So really, he has not been in the finals of this tournament since 2023. This is Andy's 14th appearance in the semifinals. He's a 6-time CTWC Gold Bracket player. He was the runner-up in 2020. Followed that up with 2 years in a row in the top 4. He has won regional tournaments, including back-to-back in Waco, 2023, 2024. And he's been around forever. So it is Pixel Andy. Oh, by the way, did I mention he's won 6 DAS Masters titles? We've held the tournament 9 times. He's won it 6 times. 509 for Pixel Andy, 472 for Tristop. He's the second player to be in the semifinals of both our DAS Masters and our Masters tournaments. The first player was Fractal back in March. Pixel Andy was in the semifinals and beyond because he won it this month. Looking to do the same thing in this one and become the first player ever to win both tournaments in the same month. 579 here for Pixel Andy, 501 for Tristop. Guys, I'm about to blow your mind here. I'm about to tell you something which you will not believe me if I tell you. You ready? I'm going to confirm it in one other place. Oh my God, why is it playing ads? I don't know why it's playing ads. That was really weird. So I'll try to get the music back on in a moment after this match. All right, here's the fact that's going to blow your mind. These two players have never faced each other in CTM Masters, ever. For as long as they've been around. 616 here for Pixel Andy, 600 for Tristop. They have never faced each other in CTM. They've faced each other one time in DAS Masters. This is their first ever appearance against each other in CTM. 631 for Tristop, 696 for Pixel Andy. That's both in MatchDB and in Liquipedia. Tetris for Pixel Andy, 751, 709 now for Tristop. Liquipedia and the Match Database. They have never faced each other in the Masters event. And they're doing it now here in 2025. Their first match ever against each other was in Classic Tetris Brawl in November of 2019. So they go all the way back to 2019 playing top level matches. They've never faced each other in Masters. 816 here for Pixel Andy, 749 for Tristop. They faced each other a bunch of times in Classic Tetris League in some of the early years. I want to say WPL, right? Some of those, remember those online tournaments from like 2021, 2022, Beast and Shen? A bunch of times in those, but never in CTM Masters. Or any other level of CTM for that matter, except for the DAS Masters this year. 920 for Pixel Andy, 852 for Tristop. I know the music is down right now. For some reason, it started playing ads, so there was something weird going on. So I'm going to get the music back up for the next match. It's not important for me to do that right now. A14 for Tristop, 993 for Pixel Andy. Tetris Tristop, A84, A61 for Pixel Andy. Yes, and Dangler and Alex had also never faced each other in CTM, so which is really crazy. Both of those matches, for as long as these players have been around, neither one of them had happened before in CTM. Andy is the first one into 29 at B39. B34 for Tristop after a Tetris. We'll see what these players can do post. I mean, they both have like, you know, super high scores, PBs. Tristop with that 13 million, Andy with that 11 million. So obviously they are masters of 29 gameplay. C33 for Pixel Andy. Tetris for Tristop, C62. C80 for Pixel Andy. Tristop with a great board, but it's getting a little high here. Pixel Andy's board lower, but not anywhere near Tetris ready. C96 for Pixelandy, and Tristop is going to top out at C73, and Pixelandy takes game number 1. Oh my word. GG's to both of these players. But Pixelandy gonna hang on, taking game number 1. All right, let me fix the music for a second, guys. I did not realize that was gonna happen. And Andy, oh wow, Andy with that Tetris here, D67. He's like, nah, good enough. I'm just gonna go. All right, Pixelandy up 1-0. So both players getting to the 29 phase of the game, and it was very close the entire way through. And it was Tristop who blinked first in that one. And Tristop kind of in trouble here. Both players board not ideal, but Tristop really could use a bar, and we are getting droughted early in this one. All right, Tristop bringing it down. That's going to be a great L piece. And it looks like both players getting back down to safety. So scary moments really for both players. Andy going to get I think it was a Tetris or a triple down there off of it. There we go. All right, both players are good now. Tetris for Tristop, 41,000. 41,000 for Andy. Tetris Tristop 110. $88,000 for Pixelandy. All right, Andy uncovers. He's Tetris ready. Tristop waiting. Both players getting long bars, getting Tetrises. So right now, Tristop ahead 41,000 points. Tetris is on this level, worth 22,800. This is a best of 5. So the first player to 5 game victories will move on to the next round, which will be the finals. Noah Dengler is there in the finals for the first time, waiting for one of these two players. $203 for Tristop, $185 for Pixelandy. If Tristop gets into the finals, we will have a guaranteed new champion. All right, Tristop in another kind of issue here. And the game just it's kind of the opposite game, raining long bars down when it's very inconvenient to have them. He's stashing him super high. Finally, long bar in on the right side. Tetris, another one. Tetris for Tristop. Man, when it rains, it pours. Tetris Andy 264. He's now in the lead. Tristop going to take it back with a Tetris. All right, a couple Tetrises here for Tristop, 330 through 89. Tetris Andy, 311. So right now, Tristop ahead by 8 lines. And now more than that. All right, Andy trying to stay clean. Going to do that with some tucks here. Stashing pieces to the left side as well. A skimming at Tetris for Andy, 338. 8 lines back. There's a Tetris, Pixelandy, 361. 8-Bit Lord in chat says Skibbity Tetris. I don't know what that. Why do people say that all the time? What does that mean? I don't get it. I don't understand. 446 for Tristop, 406 for Pixel Andy. People just say it at random times, unpredictable times. All right, Tristop uncovers the right side well, gets a long bar, 493, 121 lines for him, 111 lines for Pixel Andy. So Tristop ahead by 10 lines or more. Tetris Andy, 455, uses long bar to get set up again. All right, Andy with some adjustments here as he gets ready for the 19 entry. Tristop is already in at 563. All right, Tristop building out that left side, uncovering the right side. He's going to take a triple. Just try to keep a safe board. Tetris Tristop 597. Pixel Andy now on 19. He's at 548. Tetris goes in. See how he's going to attack this kind of T-spin setup with an extra Mino gap below it. He just chucked something in there. Tetris Tristop 634. So this is a little bit of a slowdown here for Andy. Is going to allow Tristop, who is clean, to get out to a lead. Opox with the raid, party of 5. Tetris Tristop 693. Another Tetris Tristop 722. All right, Andy now set up in column 3. Long bar in Tetris 658. So we are 60 lines away from level 29. The speed at that time will double. Players trying to get a lot of scoring done between now and then. And Andy's board piled up way high on the right side. He's just looking for a bar to clear it up. Gets the bar, cleans it up. But this has allowed Tristop to get out to almost 150,000 point lead. Tetris for Tristop 884. Andy waiting on a bar. Has to cover. Trying to get uncovered quickly. Do not want to waste bars here when you're behind. Long bar in Tetris Andy 740. There's a bar to clean up that right side for Pixel Andy 753. Tetris Tristop 959. Now Tristop is ahead by 7 lines and now more. So you got to keep that in mind with these score checks. It's a lot closer pace-wise, or at least it's somewhat closer anyway. So Tristop now into 28, trying to take a good board into 29, and will do so when he's got the max out and more. A38 entry into 29 for Tristop. Pixel Andy just getting into 28. There's a Tetris for Andy, 899. There's another Tetris Andy into 29 at 936. Tetris for Tristop, A89. So a little over 100,000 point lead. Tristop, 10 lines ahead though. Okay, a little delayed burn there with the eyepiece for Tristop. Pretty nifty. Gets a Tetris B39. A20 for Pixel Andy. Okay, Tristop piled high on that right side, so has to knock this down. He's brought it down. He's open long bar over Tetris. Tristop B86. Andy is set up for a Tetris, waiting on a bar. Long bar gets over, but now he's kind of spiry and tucky in the middle of his board. We'll see what he can do. How quickly can he get this down stack? Because he's cut the lead to within 100,000 points, but Tristop now at 284 lines. Pixel Andy at B19. That left side for Tristop could be cut off, but he gets a long bar over for a Tetris. So now he can access that left side. He's set up now. Tristop is in column 8. He's trying to keep that open. Pixel Andy at B39. Tristop with a covered well when the bar comes. Finally, well-timed bar for Tristop. Tetris D16. Pixel Andy at B59. Tetris Tristop D62. He now is up over 200,000 points, but also ahead by 12 lines. Tetris for Andy, I think. My corner of my eye there. He's set up for another one. Tetris for Andy, C54. Tristop in trouble. That's going to be a top up for Tristop. The chase down target for Pixel Andy is D74. He's at C99 now. 2 Tetrises would get him most of the way there. And we'll see what he's able to do. Long bar over Tetris, D50. Can he eke out another 20,000 points? He's got 8 lines to get it. He needs 14,000 points. A Tetris for a triple at D72. He needs more. And he gets a long bar over D74. That is going to do it. Pixel Andy is going to take game number 2. Oh, my word. In the waning moments of level 38, Pixel Andy ekes out just enough to take game number 2 against Tristop. Andy can win a berth into the finals with a win in this game. Andy had, for a while, kind of given up on rolling and playing in open tournaments, just worried about, health, or hand health and things like that, possibly having an injury. But now he's come back and he's 1 win away from potentially making it into the finals of CTM for the first time in nearly 2 years, in the same month that he's won a DAS Masters. He's still not rolling. Says Dog. Oh, he's knuckling. Well, that's true. Yeah, have I mentioned that? So I mean, it's technically a rolling technique, right? Like basically smacking the back of the edge of the controller. But he is using his knuckles. I mean, that to me, that's rolling, right? It's just... Let's see if we can get that in frame. Yeah, it's not quite in frame. You can sort of see. If you see what he's doing, you don't see fingers, waggling around there. You just see a fist. I mean, it's the same basic idea as rolling in terms of, driving the controller into your finger with your other fingers hitting the back or the edge of the controller. But instead of using the fingertips, it uses the knuckles. Is he using the punch knuckles or the bendy knuckle? It's the bendy knuckles. $223 for Tristop. 246 after Tetris. Pixel Andy gets one, 269. They both Tetris again. Right now, about a 1 Tetris lead for Pixel Andy. course, Tristop using traditional rolling. Traditional. I mean, I guess there's a tradition now. $296 Tristop, $320 for Pixel Andy. $364 Tristop, $367 Pixel Andy. Andy is set up in column 7 for a Tetris. We'll need to establish rules for the spirit of rolling. Yeah, like in 2029, we're going to have a retro masters event. And it's, guys, you must use the tips of your fingers. You may not use any knuckles. Because like knuckle rollers will be so overpowered in a couple of years. No teeth rolling allowed. Oh my god, that is the grossest thing. I think, you know, I don't know if Scout is watching, but even just the success that Pixel, regardless of how this match turns out, I think a video is needed on knuckle rolling and the whole history of that, and teeth rolling and all the alternate rolling techniques. Now that someone is having success with it at the highest levels. $471 for Tristop, $487 for Pixel Andy. All right, Tristop is into 19 at 523. Tetris Andy, 538. Tetris Andy, 590. 556 for Tristop. There's a Tetris for him. Andy is 8 lines back and ahead by 9,000. Tetris for Andy. Tetris Tristop, 666. 680 for Andy. Tetris for Andy, 712. Tristop, 754. Yeah, I had forgotten about Andy's knuckle technique. 830 for Pixel Andy, 823 for Tristop. Tristop is open on the right side. He's got gaps there, though. He's going to attack the gaps right now. All right, he's open again. Long bar over Tetris. For Tristop, 859. Tetris Andy, 893. Andy back by 4 lines, ahead by 40,000 points. Another Tetris Andy. Tetris Andy, 962. All right, Tristop uncovers that right side. He's got it covered well here. Now he's going to uncover. And not a great time to get droughted. So he's got to take some burns here with a high board, and 29 coming any moment. He's got basically no burns left until 29. So he's going to have to take it down with a triple. This is going to be tough, and he can't get the bar. That is going to be a top-up for Tristop at 965, and Pixelandy is going to take this one in a sweep and return to the finals after nearly 2 years. In the same month in which he has won a DAS Masters, he is now back in the finals. Congratulations to both of our players on their runs. Tristop, you did amazing. Hope to see you back here. You still got it, man. Get to the semifinals in 2025. No easy feat, so congratulations on your run, and hope to see you back here in subsequent months. And what the heck, Pixelandy seed number 11 is in the finals. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. Join our Discord server, the largest Classic Tetris community online, at ctm.gg/discord, and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.